Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be giving you my opinion on today's match, Liverpool versus Ipswich, and to discuss, obviously the first game under the new head coach, Arne Slot, and just to discuss where do we go from here on a path of progression and what we need to maybe improve on to make sure that we can challenge for as long as possible, hopefully to the last day, and challenge for the big trophies. So the game started. Obviously, us as Liverpool fans, a lot of nerves and excitement at the same time, but with how we've played in the pre-season. But obviously, new approach, and you're just hoping that we can play well and hopefully get that first win, which we did indeed do. Becoming the first Liverpool manager of the 21st century to win his first game in charge, and it's always good with a new manager to try and get that first 3 points quickly as possible. If you can do it in the first game, that's always a plus, and that's what we did. So the game starts straight away. You can see the change in approach. We pass the ball around quite nicely at times, but just not as quickly as maybe Slot would want, and us as supporters want to see. We struggled to get the build-up correct. Obviously, we still have some teething problems in that well-known number 6 position, and trying to get the fluidity correct in the middle of the pitch. But Ryan, as the game went on, grew into it and made himself available a lot of the time, especially in the second half, which we'll go on to. But in the first half, you could see that he was struggling, and it wasn't quite right in the middle with the McAllister and him double pivot. So at times, and then Dominic Szoboszlai going in there as well at times as well. So yeah, so that's what cost us a lot in the first half, and there's problems as well with Jaro Kwanzaa today. Not a big issue. Obviously, he's still young. He's still learning. Didn't really win a lot of his duels, and didn't look too happy at the fact he was bought off for big Ibu, and he made a big difference to Ibu when he came on at the second half. But yeah, Jarrell didn't play particularly well today, but I'm sure he'll look at what he can improve and kick on from there. But yeah, we lost a lot of duels in the first half, and we probably showed a lot of too much respect to Ipswich, which is, they're a promoted team, play well in the Championship, but we're supposed to be, one of the teams challenging for the league, and we didn't pressure them, didn't get into them enough. In the second half, that was completely different. As soon as the second half started, you could see we were a lot further up in the middle of the pitch. The passing was a lot more quick. The one Dutch football should have scored maybe a couple more before we actually did score with Jota. Obviously, Jota missed the header, which I couldn't believe watching it. That's his bread and butter normally, and he should gobble them up. But we need to make sure that we are clinical. Because in the bigger games against the so-called better teams, we're only going to get a few chances. So we need to make sure that we, get more clinical as the season goes on. Because like I said, against the bigger teams, we're not going to have the chances that we did today. So that's probably one of the areas that we can improve on. Going on from last season as well, because that was an issue, seen as a big issue, and with the counter as well again. Plenty of counter attacks. We just can't seem to finish it off. Again, Luis Diaz, he gets his touch wrong at times, and maybe costs us a couple of goals today. But yeah, he played well again. He played well again. Just his final, his final end product is the thing that maybe the data is why the data team would accept an offer if the suitable offer came in for Gordon. But I'll back Diaz for as long as it's the same as every player, as long as they're wearing a red shirt. So yeah, and then we finally did get the goal with Jota. Plenty of quick passes in the play, and then Salah does what he does with the assist, and he was never going to miss that, was Diogo. And then obviously a couple of minutes later, Salah gets his goal from, again, good play by Ryan to get it in the middle, start passing it, and Dominic plays in Salah, a little bit of a lucky deflection, but once Salah's in, he's never missing that. We could have, and again, we should have scored a few more, but for a first game, we played, especially in the second half, we played some great stuff. We got to build on it. Keep trying to learn the new approach, which I'm sure the players will keep doing, and hopefully we can add a couple of players in the transfer market if we find the right the right players to join, and hopefully they do want to join this time, as I discussed with Zubimendi and Zubimendi, sorry, and we can kick on from there. I believe that with the look at the squad, if you see some players that didn't play today or even in the squad, we have a very good team and a squad for that matter. We just need a couple more pieces, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, and we can really challenge the top two, or expected top two, obviously going on from last season, the last few years, in Man City and Arsenal. But again, like I say, for a first game, we played great, and it's something to build on.